Part 42. Fantasy, I Robbed Millions of Saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 415. Qin Changshen's strength is comparable to that of a ninth-grade martial emperor. These people can naturally feel it, but they are still very confident. Qin Changshen felt that these 5 demon emperors did not run away, but were waiting for them. Qin Changshen was even more happy. After all, he was afraid that they would run away. If they ran away, Qin Changshen would still find it very troublesome. Oh, I didn't run away. It looks like I'm pretty lucky. When the 5 demon emperors saw Qin Changshen and felt Qin Changshen's strength, they all showed cruel smiles. The human race, only the 5th-grade martial emperor, dares to appear in front of us. What a blessing! Seeking death. Third child, don't let down your guard. This kid should be a genius of the human race. Although he is a 5th-grade martial emperor, his strength should be extraordinary. The leader is naturally the only 9th-grade demon emperor among them, the genius of the human race. That's just right. Capture him and dedicate him to the demon god Longshideo. He, that's just right. 2 gifts are given together. Lord Demon God has a reward after all. Boy, just bring it to your door yourself, so don't blame us. Although I haven't killed the geniuses of the human race, I have eaten several of them. Stop talking nonsense, surround him, use formations, and suppress him. Qin Changshen hadn't started to take action yet, but these 5 people took action first. Qin Changshen had nothing to say, so he just took action. However, in this short exchange, Qin Changshen noticed something. There was something in these 5 people. Good stuff, Qin Changshen laughed wildly in his heart. It seems that with good luck, there is really something good. These 5 people have already used the formation. The 5 people who used it together are called the 5 directions suppressing the world formation. 5 demon emperors, 5 powers, and 5 directions gathered together in one place and used the formation. They planned to directly suppress Qin Changshen. Qin Changshen also reacted quickly. The golden lotus of the formation Dao has appeared. The best way to deal with the formation is definitely the Dao of the formation. The golden lotus of the formation Dao blooms in the air, and this scene appears everywhere between heaven and earth. The 5 demon emperors were also a little panicked. Qin Changshen was actually an authentic saint of the way of formation. They had heard that an authentic saint of the way of formation was powerful. He could counter the formation, turn against the guests, and seize control of the formation. No, remove the formation. Qin Changshen sneered, it's too late to remove the formation now. The formation is mine now. As the boss, this demon emperor is powerful and very calm. Don't panic, even if it's the formation method of an authentic saint, so what, he is weaker than us. If we join forces, the formation can be easily broken. Moreover, he is still in the formation. Yes, let's do it together. We, the 5 Amano wolves, especially you, a small human being, can fight against us. He's just a 5th-grade martial emperor. Together, the 5 of us can fight against the martial god. Kill. Qin Changshen disappeared within the formation. Qin Changshen can appear in the formation or within the formation. The important thing is that the formation is under his control. Qin Changshen can easily manipulate the formation to help. Fight against the attacks of these demon emperors yourself. Do you think that's all? The 5 directions world suppressing formation is not bad. Coupled with my great 5 elements technique and the 5 elements life and death formation, this is the real formation. Qin Changshen quickly performed the great 5 elements technique. The power of the rules of the 5 elements avenue filled the world and the formation. The 5 ways were obviously the feeling of a human saint, but they seemed to be combined together with infinite power. Qing the power of rules in 5 colors, red, yellow, white, and black, has emerged and flew in all directions. The power of cyan is the power of rules of the way of wood, which has emerged and condensed continuously. There is a blue emperor and a blue dragon. Suppress the east. The red power, the power of the rules of the way of fire, emerges and condenses. A red emperor, a fire emperor, and a Suzaku, suppress the south. The white power of the rules of the golden way emerges, and continues to condense. A white emperor, the fire emperor, suppresses the south. The golden emperor, a white tiger, suppresses the west. The power of the rules of the black way of water emerges, and continues to condense. A black emperor, the water emperor, and a Suanwu suppress the north. The power of the rules of the yellow way of earth emerges, and continues to condense. An emperor, an earth emperor, with one Goshen head, suppresses the central lower earth. A flying snake, suppresses the upper earth. 6 divine beasts, and 5 emperors with the power of rules, suppress all directions. This is the 5 elements of life after Qin Changsheng perfected it. Destroying the formation, this is the real power. The 5 demon emperors were trapped in it and felt huge pressure. The 5 elements rotated, consuming their strength all the time. Even when the formation had just been fully formed, they felt tremendous pressure, as if what was pressing on them was not a mountain, but a god of war, but a divine realm. This can be called perfection, this can be called a perfect formation. These 5 people, from the inside, instantly it's really hard to break the gap. Such strong pressure, I can only use 60% of my strength. I'm about the same. I was injured before and now I can only exert about 50% of my strength. Brother, what should we do? This human kid is the true genius of the human race. The 9th grade demon emperor can also feel the tremendous pressure. His situation is slightly better. He is only suppressed by less than 30% of his strength, and he can still exert more than 70% or nearly 80% of his strength. But this also makes him very uncomfortable. This formation is not easy to break. And once it gets into a long battle, his injuries will increasingly affect the situation of the battle. Use all your strength, use the forbidden technique, break the formation in one fell swoop, kill or capture this kid, and strive for a quick victory. Boss, this forbidden technique. Listen to Big Brother, this formation will suppress us greatly. If we don't fight him quickly, he will be very dangerous, and we will not be easy off. When several people gathered together, they had to take action immediately. However, Qin Changshen's palm that gathered the power of the 5 elements rules had already fallen, the great 5 elements technique, the great 5 elements palm. This palm was struck hard, and within the formation, these 5 people basically had no room to dodge and could only deal with it with all their strength. These 5 people were very angry and breathed a sigh of relief at the same time. Fortunately, they had taken the elixir and were ready to use the forbidden technique. If they did not use the forbidden technique, it was really dangerous, so dangerous that he might be seriously injured. Qin Changsheng also felt the changes in these 5 demon emperors. After taking the elixir, their aura and power continued to grow stronger. These 8th level demon emperors were all powerful enough to fight the 9th grade demon emperor resisted, and this 9th grade demon emperor exploded directly. His strength increased more than 10 times, and he went directly towards the 9th grade demon emperor. Qin Changsheng felt tremendous pressure, but it was just pressure. That's all, no matter how strong they are, in front of this formation, Qin Changsheng feels that they can't resist at all. Although the 5 demon emperors resisted with this palm, the 5 elements rotated, and this palm turned into a roulette, spinning rapidly. The power of the 5 demon emperors was quickly consumed. The power consumed by the 5 elements roulette also turned into the power of the 5 elements and became a supplement. Big 5 elements palm, suppress. The 5 elements palm fell hard, but the power erupted by the 5 demon emperors actually resisted the 5 elements roulette transformed into the 5 elements palm and even caused cracks. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 416. Qin Changsheng was surprised. These 5 demon emperors had actually activated their bloodline power, and the shadows of demon wolves appeared behind them. Qin Changsheng could feel that this was no ordinary demon wolf. The eyes of this demon wolf were extremely weird. They were all strange pupils. This is the demon eye of annihilation, and they are a very special kind of monster called the demonic wolf of annihilation. The disillusionment demon wolf is ranked relatively high among the wolf demon clan, and is slightly weaker than the moon-eating demon wolf. But the demonic wolf of annihilation is still very powerful. After awakening, anyone can possess the demonic eyes of annihilation and master the power of annihilation. It is said that the power of annihilation is almost the same as the power of destruction. Qin Changsheng has not felt the specific difference before, but now, Qin Changsheng feels that the power of annihilation is indeed stronger than the power of destruction. The power of annihilation, the power of destruction, the great annihilation technique of 3000 avenues. When you practice to the extreme, you can annihilate a world, not simply shattering and destroying it, but annihilating everything. Naturally, these 5 demon emperors have not comprehended the great annihilation technique. They can only display their innate magical powers and use a weakened version of the power of annihilation. If they had comprehended the great annihilation technique, Qin Changsheng would have probably run away by now. The great 5 elements technique it is indeed very strong. It is also ranked high in the 3000 Dao, but the great annihilation technique is also very high. In terms of the understanding of Taoism alone, Qin Changsheng is stronger, but the realm of these 5 people is stronger. Qin Changsheng is stronger. Changsheng relies on his understanding of Taoism to gain the upper hand. If there is no advantage in this aspect, it will be difficult for Qin Changsheng to defeat the opponent. The power of annihilation is very good, but unfortunately, it still cannot be broken. Qin Changsheng can also feel that after they swallowed the pill and used their innate magical power, the burden was also very heavy. Only then did they initially destroy Qin Changsheng's great 5 elements palm. Qin Changsheng's 5 elements life destruction world suppressing formation, but it is more difficult to break than the great 5 elements palm. This formation has the great 5 elements technique. It has the formation method of an authentic saint. However, letting them attack like this is not what Qin Changsheng wants to see. Qin Changsheng always likes to take the initiative. On Qin Changsheng, a rushing sword intention emerged, and the power of the rules of the sword appeared in the formation. The 5 people suddenly felt huge pressure. The sword was also in the realm of an authentic saint, and it was even stronger. First break this palm and break the formation. Annihilate the demon pupil. Break, break, break. Qin Changsheng's palm was finally broken, and the 5 demon emperors suddenly felt a lot more relaxed. They could concentrate on dealing with the sword energy and this formation. However, Qin Changsheng had already disappeared outside the formation. They had felt Qin Changsheng's sword intention is still outside the formation, but in fact Qin Changsheng uses the powerful sword intention as a cover to hide the power of the rules of the sword and appears within the formation. The ancient 5 elements sword. Qin Changsheng stabbed out with his sword. The position of the sword was very clever. It was not from behind, but from the side, and it was directed at an 8th grade demon emperor. This sword, like piercing through the space, was directed towards this 8th grade demon emperor. The demon emperor pinned past. However, the demon emperor did not panic and glared directly at Qin Changsheng with the demonic eyes of annihilation. Qin Changsheng's strange pupils also appeared, the emperor's strange eyes and the enhanced version of the Qinmi demon eye. With attack power it is definitely not as good as the demonic eyes of annihilation, but these are also strange pupils with powerful power. The power of the 2 strange pupils can resist each other. Qin Changshen's sword has already penetrated the opponent. Qin Changshen knows the opponent's confidence. Because they were wearing imperial armor, and because they monsters were originally rough-skinned and thick flesh. With these two major guarantees, they felt that Qin Changshen's sword was nothing at all. However, Qin Changshen would tell them what the way to destruction is. What is the way of killing? The power of the rules of the way of destruction and the way of killing condensed instantly, turning into the tip of this sword. Such movement, other demon emperors naturally felt it, and reacted to help fight against Qin Changshen. The Tao of Time came quietly, although Qin Changshen has not used the Tao of Time for some time. The influence of the human saints' Tao of Time on these 8th and 9th grade demon emperors is indeed too small, but the influence is still there. Under the suppression of the 5 elements life and death suppressing formation, coupled with the way of time, at this moment, Qin Changshen finally took advantage of this subtle time difference, and this sword has fallen on this demon emperor. The intention of killing, the intention of destruction, the power, the way of the sword, and the 3 powers finally penetrated the demon emperor's imperial armor. This was an armor at the level of an imperial soldier, but it was pierced by Qin Changshen's sword. This was an 8th grade demon emperor with rough skin and flesh. It is so thick that ordinary weapons cannot pierce it, but at this moment, Qin Changshen has achieved it. The power of destruction and killing, the sword energy has turned upside down in the body of this demon emperor. Even if he does not die, he was seriously injured. The attacks of the remaining 4 demon emperors had already fallen in front of Qin Changshen, but the power of the formation appeared in front of Qin Changshen, turning into a 5-element barrier, blocking the attack. After the attack was successful, Qin Changshen survived, not wanting to let it go. He used all his strength, formation attacks and sword attacks, making it difficult for the 4 demon emperors to think about their head and tail. Qin Changshen suddenly burst out with a powerful light, and his whole person seemed to turn into a light man. Even if these 4 demon emperors all have demon annihilating pupils, and the light almost makes them unable to open their eyes. Great light technique. A ray of light gathers and shines in all directions. The most important area is the front, or the 4 demon emperors in the formation. Therefore, this is an extremely strong light pillar. This is a light pillar, and it seems to be a ray of light. The arrows, this light pierced through everything, whether it was the emperor's armor, or the skin and flesh, which were as tough as the emperor's soldiers. They were pierced and destroyed bit by bit under this light. The 4 demon emperors could also feel it. This light was so powerful that the annihilation power of the annihilation demon I resisted with all its strength, but Qin Changshen was stronger than 4 people alone. Attacking from many aspects, Qin Changshen was stronger. The 9th grade demon emperor also sensed that something was wrong. This human race is so powerful that it originally had the ability to kill an 8th grade martial emperor, comparable to a 9th grade martial emperor. Especially this formation made the formation between the 5 of them useless, and even countered it. If otherwise, they still have a chance to win, but now, although Qin Changshen's consumption is huge, it is these demon emperors who are about to be unable to hold on. Why can't I stop this light? It feels like I'm about to be pierced by this light. What a terrible light. My eyes, my annihilation demon eyes, feel like they can no longer hold up. The 9th level demon emperor also felt a discomfort in his body, and the hidden danger of his previous injury was exposed. At this moment, there is no way to escape. At this moment, there is no way out. No, don't kill me, don't kill me. I am willing to surrender and I am willing to acknowledge you as my lord. The 9th grade demon emperor has spent endless years to reach this level. He doesn't want to die yet. Although he is a slave, he is still alive. As long as he becomes the demon god, he can naturally get rid of Qin Changshen. Qin Changshen listens, hearing what this 9th level demon emperor said. He didn't take it to heart at all. Most demon clans are very cruel to humans. Although humans also hunt demon beasts for food, Qin Changsheng is human after all, and he must support humans. Sorry, I only want women, not you. No, I have. Before he finished speaking, Qin Changshen's sword of rules had already been deployed, piercing the heaven and earth and piercing these demon emperors. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 417. Qin Changshen did not hesitate and killed all 5 demon emperors, and finally felt relieved. As expected of the 5th demon emperor, worthy of the 9th grade demon emperor, the battle had only lasted for only half an hour, and it had already consumed such a huge amount of energy. If they were all in peak condition and could last for more than a quarter of an hour, I would probably be exhausted. Qin Changshen was filled with emotion. Qin Changshen devoured the memories of these 5 demon emperors without hesitation. With the memories of these 5 demon emperors and the resources left by the 5 demon emperors, Qin Changshen looked at these 5 demon emperors. The demon emperor has turned into his original appearance, 5 huge disillusioned demon wolves. The monster clan, this meat should be good, right? And this demon emperor's essence blood can be injected into the divine blood pool. There are also these cultivation resources, I hope they won't disappoint me. Qin Changshen left the battlefield first and found a quiet and remote place to hide his aura. Then he began to recover and began to count the harvested resources. There are really a lot of resources. This is the 8th level demon emperor and the 9th level demon emperor. One side, how many 8th grade martial emperors can there be in the divine realm? There are even fewer 9th grade demon emperors. 200 is considered to be a huge achievement. These demon emperors are actually not from the demon realm, but from a demon realm. In the process of Qin Changshen's recovery, he also learned a lot of information from the memory of the demon emperor, a lot of useful information. These 5 demon emperors came from the distant demon realm. They came to join the blood-devouring demon realm. Crazy Dragon, belongs to Longshideo. In order to defect to Longshideo, these 5 demon emperors also brought certificates of surrender. Their certificates of surrender were exactly what Qin Changshen wanted and what Qin Changshen needed. They captured the daughter of the demon god, that is, the goddess of the demon clan. The reason why they want to defect to Longshideo is also very simple, because Longshideo seems to have discovered the ruins of an ancient demon clan. He needs the blood of the demon god to open the ruins of the ancient demon clan. Therefore, Longshideo is also thinking of ways to collect the blood of demon gods. His blood essence must meet the requirements, but it will damage his own strength. Therefore, Longshideo thinks that the best way is to use the gods and goddesses of the demon clan. These sons and goddesses are relatively weak in strength, at least compared to demon gods, but they possess the blood of demon gods, which is rare but useful. Moreover, he wants to get these ancient ruins, and these sons and goddesses have good talents. By controlling them, we can gain harvest from ancient ruins. When Qin Changshen heard the news, he became excited. Ancient ruins are such good things. There must be a lot of resources in them. This Longshideo is really crazy. For the sake of the ruins, he actually tried to find a way to rob the demon clan's sons and goddesses to clear the way for himself. His approach will definitely attract a counterattack from the demon gods. However, he probably wants to gain rich harvests from the ruins and increase his strength so that he can fight against other demon gods. Longshideo indeed thinks so. He has been planning this ruins for a long time and is finally going to open it. Longshideo doesn't want others to get a share of the pie, so he plans to collect the sons and goddesses of gods and let these geniuses do it for him. Wedding dress. Longshideo, Longshideo, it's all thanks to you that I can achieve such a harvest. This is a goddess. Qin Changshen's heart felt hot. This goddess was also extremely powerful. This demon goddess is named Butterfly Girl, and her body is a mountain and sea butterfly. Butterfly Girl's body, Shanghai butterfly, is extremely rare. As for her strength, she is naturally not weak. She is at the level of a 6th grade demon emperor. In terms of strength, she is comparable to a half-step martial god. The division between the 9th level realm and the martial god realm is quite detailed. There are 9th level, perfect 9th level, and then there is the half-step god realm. Butterfly Girl's strength is comparable to that of the half-step martial god. Logically speaking, these people cannot they captured Butterfly Girl, but these 5 demon emperors also pretended to approach and used some small tricks to seal part of Butterfly Girl's power. Only then did they capture Butterfly Girl and seal her in the storage immortal mansion. Qin Changsheng has put all the resources into the Linglong immortal realm, and the next step is the long-awaited Butterfly Girl. Name, Butterfly Girl. Monster Clan, Mountain Sea Butterfly, Realm, 6th grade Martial Emperor. Physique, innate flowing divine body. Bloodline, the thin bloodline of the mountain and sea butterfly demon god. Level 2. Taoism, the way of time, a 6th level humane saint. The way of speed, a 5th level authentic saint. The way of space, the 3rd level of the realm of authentic saints. The way of change, the 1st level realm of an authentic saint. Combat skill, Emperor level 5th level combat skill mountain and sea butterfly dance, perfection. The 5th level Emperor level combat skill dancing in chaos, perfection. The 4th level Imperial level standing skill stab out the streaming light, perfect. The 4th grade Emperor level combat skill thousands of changes, perfection. Qin Changsheng felt how powerful the opponent was. The Butterfly Girl's strength and talent were indeed strong. No wonder, if these demon emperors didn't use any means, they might not even be able to catch up with the opponent's shadow. Butterfly Girl is worthy of being a mountain and sea butterfly, the only mountain and sea butterfly in the world. The way of time and the way of space are the avenues she is naturally close to. Of course, this is also inseparable from the efforts of Butterfly Girl. It's so cheap, and it actually allows me to gain so much. Qin Changsheng robbed the Butterfly Girl without saying a word. This was the first goddess and the first demon woman that Qin Changsheng robbed. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Master for successfully plundering the demon goddess Butterfly Girl, mountain and sea butterfly. The reward is being calculated. Qin Changsheng also couldn't wait to leave quickly. It was definitely not suitable to stay here for a long time. Whether it was the blood-eating dragon, Longshideo, or the demon realm where Butterfly Girl was located, they would definitely pursue him. Qin Changsheng quickly left the area. Butterfly Girl was of great importance. No matter which martial god arrived here, Qin Changsheng would not be able to deal with it. Butterfly Girl is so powerful that it feeds back to Qin Changsheng 10 times. Qin Changsheng's strength has increased tenfold and should be comparable to a half-step martial god. Qin Changsheng should still be unable to deal with a real martial god. Qin Changsheng left quickly, and the people from the demon realm had already chased him out. The god of war personally went out, with the goal of recovering the Butterfly Girl who was a mountain and sea butterfly. On Longshideo's side, he had a vague premonition that things were not going well, as if something had gone wrong. Nothing should happen, right? Could it be that they have been discovered? Who are these idiots? Although Longshideo is a 5th grade martial god, his strength is indeed very strong, but the strength of the demon realm is not weak, and the demon realm has the support of the real demon court. Now that Longshideo has established his own branch, the demon realm will also open its doors. With one eye closed, if Longshideo did something excessive, there was no guarantee that the real demon court would not show up. Qin Changsheng finally felt the improvement in strength. This time, Qin Changsheng also used several types of Tao, all converted into one of the 3,000 avenues. The Tao of space harvested from Shenhati will evolve into the Great Universe technique, one of the 3,000 avenues, which is the same Kinkan Avenue as Gu Qing Qian. The way of time will evolve into the art of time in the universe. The way of speed will evolve into the legendary great teleportation technique. It is the fastest among the 3,000 avenues. If you practice it to the extreme, you can move to the end of time and space. And the way of change, it has evolved into a great transformation magic. Qin Changsheng can easily transform and disguise himself. In this world, it can be said to be more powerful than the 72 transformations. There are also 4 kinds of 3,000 avenues, the Great Universe Technique and the Great Universe Time Technique. Ranking among the top among the 3,000 avenues, it is extremely powerful. Coupled with the Great Transformation Technique, Disguise Oneself, Great Teleportation Technique, and Invincible Speed, Qin Changsheng can be said to be able to traverse the eternal world. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 418. Qin Changsheng quickly fled the scene, and the next step was to leave first. If he was discovered by the demon god, his current strength might not be able to survive even after being improved. However, Qin Changsheng, who had obtained the great transformation technique, must have a way to escape the pursuit of the demon god. But at this moment, in the sky, the rules of the great road descended, like a vision of heaven and earth. Qin Changsheng was miserable. Now was not the time. However, Qin Changsheng was pulled by the rules of the avenue, as if he was unable to resist at all. He flew into the air, and then seemed to disappear from the eternal world and appear in another world. The scenes in front of him reminded Qin Changsheng of the world full of rules of the Great Road, the world that rewarded Qin Changsheng for the way of time. This time, Qin Changsheng could see more and feel more. This seems to be a world that contains many kinds of avenues, including even the way of time that Qin Changsheng realized here, which is surprisingly among them. There were even several 3,000 avenues, exuding the aura and power of eternity, and supreme avenues, which shocked Qin Changsheng. Such a powerful 3,000 avenues are contained in it. I feel that this is not something that an authentic saint can comprehend. Is it the legendary saint of heaven? Qin Changsheng simply couldn't imagine that such a place actually existed in the world. You have half a year to understand the great way here. As for how much you can understand, it depends on your own destiny. This voice came from all directions, with supreme majesty. Qin Changsheng couldn't tell where the other party was hiding. It seemed as if he was not in this world at all, and seemed to be everywhere. As for whether the other party was a man or a woman, how old he was, and how big he was, Qin Changsheng couldn't tell at all. This voice seemed to be the voice of the Great Avenue, and it seemed to be more powerful than a strong person in the divine realm. Half a year? But I'm very anxious now. It's very dangerous outside, and I have other things to do outside. Besides, if you ask me to understand it here, who knows who you are and what you have in mind? A figure slowly emerged and appeared in front of Qin Changsheng. When Qin Changsheng saw this figure, he was suddenly shocked. Although he couldn't see clearly, Qin Changsheng seemed to have seen this feeling before. The human emperor of the human race, this is the power of the contemporary human emperor Feng Huang. This feeling is unmistakable. There will be a sense of identity in the blood. The other party is the human race, and it is a highly respected human race. Qin Changsheng never expected that such a world was actually created by the human emperor. Curious, extremely curious. You only have half a year. Don't you think it would be a waste of time if you have to know the truth? I think it would be a waste of time to find the truth by myself, Mr. Wind Emperor. This world, and why I entered here twice, I hope Lord Feng Huang can give me an explanation. The Feng Emperor's face is still unclear, as if it has crossed endless time and space and is covered by the power of time and space. However, this temperament cannot be concealed. The reason is very simple. I am choosing a successor, the successor of the human race, the successor of the next human emperor. Qin Changshen doesn't know much about the human emperor, but this situation doesn't seem to be a very good phenomenon. When a dynasty wants to choose a successor, it means that the emperor is probably not very good. I know what you are thinking. In fact, this selection has been around for a long time. Of course, your guess is correct. I probably won't live long. When Qin Changshen heard the news from the human emperor, he was still extremely shocked. If something goes wrong with the human emperor of the human race, it means that the human race is about to encounter a big change. The human emperor of the human race is not just a supreme power. The representative of strength, especially the emperor of the human race. If something goes wrong, then people's hearts will definitely be in chaos. Although the human race is developing very fast now, if there is a problem with the human emperor, he can still control the major divine realms and operate normally. But people's hearts have changed. Some people are frightened because of this, that's for sure. Qin Changshen also knew the seriousness of the matter. Is there really no way to get out of the siege? There is nothing you can do about it. You'd better practice seriously. Here you can realize that half a year is only for yourself. This half year in the outside world is just a few short breaths. The way of time can actually be so powerful in changing the speed of flow. Qin Changshen's heart felt hot. There are many kinds of avenues here, and there are also 3,000 avenues, which is enough to show the strength of the human emperor. But even so, the human emperor is still in prison, and there is a danger of death. In half a year, if you understand it here, it will definitely be a supreme improvement. By the way, I see that your bloodline power is about to reach the imperial level, so I will give you a way for humans to awaken the bloodline power. In fact, the power of blood of the human race is no worse than that of the demon race or other alien races, but it is too difficult to activate the power of blood. A ray of light penetrated Qin Changshen's eyebrows, and Qin Changshen realized that the blood of the human race was so powerful. The human race can be said to contain the blood of all things in the world. Of course, when awakening the blood of the human race, Qin Changshen can also integrate into his own the understanding of the great Dao, in this way, forms a unique power of blood. Moreover, after having offspring, the offspring may also be quite talented in the understanding of the great Dao. But other monsters have many uncertainties and cannot deal with them. The understanding of the Great Road is integrated into the power of blood. Is this where the human race is truly powerful? The strong understanding of the Dao actually comes from this. No wonder, no wonder. Qin Changshen began to condense the power of his own bloodline, raising the power of his bloodline to the emperor level, and at the same time, he understood the laws of the Tao world created by the human emperor. Qin Changshen's whole body exudes Tao charm, which is extremely magical, and the human emperor the shadow has quietly left and disappeared in this so-called Taoist world. Although it has left, but the human emperor always watched here, looking forward to Qin Changshen's growth. The Wind Emperor has been selecting the geniuses of the human race for hundreds of years. Those who understand the power of the 5 Tao principles will be sensed by the Wind Emperor and brought into this Tao world. This is considered to have passed the test initially, and you will be rewarded by the Wind Emperor. This reward actually varies from person to person. It is impossible for someone to not have the talent of the way of time. The Emperor can also let him understand the way of time. This difficulty it's just too big. Qin Changshen is quite special, so the human emperor rewarded Qin Changshen with the way of time in the hope that this way of time could help Qin Changshen rise quickly. Now it seems that Qin Changshen's rise has exceeded his imagination. There are several 3,000 avenues. What does the 3,000 avenues mean? It can be said to be the supreme avenue. It is extremely possible to create the world and destroy the world. Therefore, Qin Changshen can be regarded as the person who completed the second round of tests and gained half a year of enlightenment time. Qin Changshen's goals are also these supreme avenues, as well as the path of time, which are the most helpful to him. Qin Changsheng can predict that after half a year, he will make a huge leap forward. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 419. Qin Changsheng concentrated on condensing his own bloodline and was still comprehending the Supreme Avenue. The human emperor had actually comprehended quite a few of the 3,000 avenues, which could be said to be more numerous and stronger than Qin Changsheng's. Big world technique. Cultivating to the extreme can create a world, and this Taoist world should be created in this way. The great reincarnation technique. Creating a way of reincarnation can preserve the soul for reincarnation. Not only that, you can also use the way of reincarnation to obliterate the soul. The art of time in the universe. The supreme way of time, summons the long river of time, and even transcends the long river of time. The great emperor's technique. There is no king who rules the world. It contains the three extreme powers of benevolence, domineering, and emperor. Great killing technique. Condensing the heart of killing, the way of killing, in one mind, destroying the vitality of all things, just one word, kill. Great luck. The fate of disaster and the way of luck are subtle and mysterious, but they are everywhere. Great summoning technique. Perceive all realms and summon the perceived creatures. Qin Changsheng felt the Dao that the Wind Emperor had realized. It was really too powerful. He was worthy of being the human emperor of the human race, and was definitely the strongest among the human race. Qin Changsheng's whole body exuded Tao charm and exuded an extremely mysterious light. The rays of light emitted by each avenue are different, but when they are mixed together, they look even more splendid. Qin Changsheng was immersed in this rhyming light, and he didn't know how much time had passed. Suddenly one day, Qin Changsheng felt a shock. This shock came from the entire Taoist world. The whole world seemed to be shaking and suffering a huge attack. Qin Changsheng suddenly woke up. This power was too strong. This power made it seem as if the rules of the road, which were as thick as mountain peaks, were about to break. It was as if the world was about to be blown apart. The whole world is shaking, as if it is being torn apart. This huge force is extremely powerful. The Taoist world was indeed torn apart, and a huge eye appeared in the sky, watching the entire Taoist world like the sun and the moon. This eye contains supreme rules and possesses extremely powerful power. This power is comparable to the entire world, and is definitely not limited to the realm of the god of war. Qin Changsheng estimates that the power of this eye is probably comparable to that of the burying sword martial god, or even stronger. Just looking at Qin Changsheng with this eye, Qin Changsheng seemed to have been seen through. The past, present, and future were clearly seen by this eye, and there was no secret at all. Finally found it, is this the Taoist world you created? Something. Qin Changsheng was shocked, because he seemed to have seen this eye before. Even when he came to the Taoist world for the first time, such an eye also appeared. This eye looked extremely magical, far beyond the extraordinary pupils or even the divine pupils. They are definitely Taoist level eyes. Under the gaze of these eyes, Qin Changsheng has no power to resist. You know, Qin Changsheng is now comparable to the realm of a half-step martial god, but he has no power to resist. It's terrifying. How terrifying! And the human emperor finally showed up. Three-eyed clan, get out. The human emperor is like the master of this world. The power of the rules of the Tao flows directly into this huge eye, and this eye seems to be unwilling to be outdone. The power of the rules of the Tao emerges in the eye and directly blasts towards the entire world, intending to destroy the entire world. Fortunately, this is the home ground of the Wind Emperor, and the Wind Emperor is also very powerful. He can indeed resist this so-called three-eyed clan. Drive this three-eyed clan out, the entire Taoist world has returned to its original state, and Qin Changsheng has finally recovered. This is the real peerless strong man. If he does not become a martial god, he will be like an ant after all. Only by becoming a martial god can he have a chance to fight against such a strong man. It's just a chance, and it will take too long to fight against such a strong man. You continue to understand the Great Road, time is running out. Qin Changsheng still has many questions. The three-eyed clan can be regarded as an ancient alien race that still exists today. However, it has not been heard that it is a hostile party to the human race. However, it is a foreign race after all, so it is very possible to do such a thing. The human emperor is no match for him and he is in a dangerous situation. So, with Qin Changsheng's current strength, there is definitely nothing he can do. The best way is to continue to practice and improve his strength. Qin Changsheng continues to practice and understand the rules of the Great Road. During this period of time, Qin Changsheng forgot about time and gained a lot of insights. Qin Changsheng did not know how much time was left, but as long as there is still time, continue to understand and improve. Fortunately, in the next time, no such thing happened, the Dao realm was not attacked, maybe it was attacked, but it was resisted by the human emperor. Qin Changsheng understood with peace of mind that in this huge Dao realm, Qin Changsheng was the only one, and Qin Changsheng was floating in it. Comprehending the Supreme Avenue. Qin Changsheng also wants the saints from the Linglong immortal realm to come out, but it is unlikely that Qin Changsheng will not be able to open the Linglong immortal realm now. Then he can only comprehend it here himself, and then go to Linglong immortal realm. Immortal world, give guidance to the saints. Before you know it, half a year has passed. Qin Changsheng's understanding and improvement here are so huge that it is unimaginable. Qin Changsheng, wake up, the time has come. Qin Changsheng woke up, with a restrained Dao charm all over his body. Qin Changsheng seemed to be integrated with the entire Dao world. In other words, Qin Changsheng's whole body was as if he had merged into the Dao. Thank you Feng Huang. You don't need to thank me, I'm just screening qualified candidates. As long as you meet the requirements, you can enter the Taoist world and get the opportunity to understand the rules of the Tao. Feng Huang continued, your talent is very good, you may be able to become the strongest in the future. However, before that, the human race may go through a difficult period. As the genius of the human race, you are the hope of the future of the human race. Not only must we improve our strength, but we must also protect the human race. Anyone who offends our human race will be punished no matter how far away. Feng Huang also looked very emotional, go back, the future of the human race depends on you. Qin Changsheng seemed to be pushed away by a gentle force, but he couldn't resist this force. It felt like he was just flying lightly for a distance, but in the blink of an eye, Qin Changsheng had been pushed back to the eternal world and appeared in the place where the inspiration left. Holy Lord, Qin Changsheng. Age, 20. Physique, innate Hunyuan divine body. Annihilation divine eye, 5 elements divine eye, killing divine heart. Bloodline of the perfect immortal emperor. Second level. 3000 Great Dao, the Great Universe Technique, a first level authentic saint. The Great World Technique, a 7th level humane saint. The Great Reincarnation Technique, a 6th level humane saint. The Great 5 Elements Technique, a 5th level humane saint. The Great Light Technique, a 5th level humane saint. Great Annihilation Technique. Great Killing Technique. Cultivation level, level 6 Martial Emperor. Skills, level 2 Emperor Alchemy Technique. Level 1 Emperor Level Formation Technique. Combat skill, level 4 Holy Emperor Combat Skill 3000 Little Moves, Perfection. The 4th grade Holy Emperor Level Combat Skill Great Slaughter Sword Technique, Perfect. The 4th grade Holy Emperor Level Combat Skill Emperor Divine Fist, Perfect. The 4th grade Holy Emperor Level Combat Skill World Annihilation Technique. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I Robbed Millions of Saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 420. Chapter 420, Changing the Speed of Time. After Qin Changsheng returned to the Eternal Realm, he performed the Great Transformation Technique, changing his own image, changing his aura and strength, and completely packaging himself into an evil clan. It can be said that it is evil, but this is only temporary. Next, Qin Changsheng plans to find a place to return to the Linglong immortal world and start to transform the world. Qin Changsheng focused on understanding the art of time in the universe, and finally understood the art of time in the universe to the level of a first-level authentic saint. This is the art of time in the universe, much more advanced than the way of time. Qin Changsheng, who has reached the first level of an authentic saint, is already capable of changing the flow rate in a certain area. Qin Changsheng plans to completely change the flow of time in the Linglong immortal realm. By then, 1 year of cultivation in the Linglong immortal realm may only last a few days in the outside world. It's a pity that Qin Changsheng can't do this yet. What Qin Changsheng can do should still be 10 times the ratio. That is to say, 10 days have passed in the Linglong immortal realm, and 1 day has passed in the outside world. However, if it is only in Linglong immortal mansion, Qin Changsheng can achieve a ratio of 30 times, that is, 1 month in Linglong immortal mansion and only 1 day in the outside world. After Qin Changsheng made sure that there was no problem in the outside world, he returned to the Linglong immortal realm and began to use the Great Universe Time technique to change the flow of time in the Linglong immortal mansion. This method is definitely the best in the short term, but if it takes a long time, huge problems will arise between Linglong immortal mansion and Linglong immortal world. Therefore, the best way in the future is to unify the time flow rate of the entire Linglong immortal world. This is the best choice. In a short period of time, Qin Changsheng will still choose to increase the proportion and only choose the area of Linglong immortal mansion and several other areas for cultivation. Qin Changsheng entered the Linglong immortal realm and felt a bit stressed. Butterfly Girl hasn't woken up yet, because only a few short breaths have passed in the Linglong immortal realm, not like Qin Changsheng, who has been practicing for half a year. Qin Changsheng summoned the Long River of Time, and the shadow of the Long River of Time enveloped the entire Linglong immortal mansion. It seemed that at this moment, the flow rate of the Long River of Time in the entire Linglong immortal mansion was much faster. What's going on? It feels so strange. The way of time is really magical. I don't know what the young master will do again. And this woman looks very strong. Young master felt that his strength suddenly increased a lot, as if his whole person was surrounded by invisible Taoyuan. Qin Changsheng summoned the River of Time and finally changed the flow of time in Linglong immortal mansion. It was finally completed. They could feel that time seemed to have been changed, but they did not know what happened. At this time, the shadow of Changhe disappeared, just hidden, but now it is still functioning. Qin Changsheng succeeded in adjusting the flow rate of time. After all, Xianyao is the martial emperor, so he feels more. Time seems to have changed. Could it be you, master, who have adjusted the flow of time? Shang Guanshishi was a little confused. Master, what are you talking to the young master about, Qin? Changsheng answered patiently, I have adjusted the time flow rate in Linglong immortal mansion. You have been cultivating here for a month, and only 1 day has passed outside. Shang Guanshishi was very excited. It's so powerful, then let's practice for 1 year, and you, sir, have only practiced for 12 days. When the time comes, I will definitely be able to catch up with you, young master. Then we will plunder the saints of the eternal realm together. Shang Guanshishi has not forgotten his original intention, and Qin Changsheng is also very happy. However, at this stage, plundering the saint girl is too little help to him. At least she must be the proud girl of heaven. What kind of goddess, the more the merrier. Okay, then you have to seize the time to practice, not only to improve your realm and strength, but also to understand the laws of the Great Road. The only things I can help you with now are the Firestone Tablet, the Divine Blood Pool, and the Cursed Place. There are dangers over there in the Cursed Land, so it's better for everyone to be careful. Xian Yao's realm is only a first-level martial emperor. Among the human saints, Zhou Chanying and Wang Ruoqiu are stronger than her. Those who were plundered from the demon clan are also more powerful than Xian Yao. The latest plundered butterfly girl is even more powerful. Comparable to a half-step martial god, he is the strongest among these people. However, these people basically listen to Xian Yao's words, which is quite unexpected. But that's fine. Xian Yao is originally the holy master of Yao Kai Holy Land. It is very easy to manage these more than 100 people. Only this butterfly girl has not woken up yet. When she wakes up, there is no guarantee that something will happen. Qin Changsheng plans to subdue the butterfly girl first, so that he can deal with it with peace of mind. Things happening here in the Eternal Realm. How is the situation here at Xiaomili? Xian Yao replied, it's still the same. Although it no longer absorbs power, there is no other reaction. It's like transforming from a cocoon into a butterfly. It should take some time. That's good. Qin Changsheng has actually seen the situation, and there is no problem, so he is relieved. There are many cultivation resources nearby, and Qin Changsheng is also afraid that the millet grain resources will not be enough, so he chooses to place the millet grains in an area with sufficient resources. You should concentrate on your cultivation. Next, I will think of ways to get more good things, especially the kind of treasures that can carry the power of the laws of the Dao. With these, you can better understand the rules of the Dao. Young master, don't worry, we will practice well. Qin Changsheng awakened Butterfly Girl before leaving. Butterfly Girl was very calm after waking up, and found that the appearance of the human race Qin Changsheng here was very magical. And the speed of time nearby surprised Butterfly Girl. 30 times the speed of time is still so stable. It can only be said that Qin Changsheng has a stronger understanding of the way of time than she does. Let me tell you some good news. The demon emperors who took you away have been killed by me. Let me tell you another bad news. From today on, you will be my little slave girl. Butterfly Girl said calmly, it does seem like bad news. Maybe I will be safer in the hands of those demon emperors. Qin Changsheng shook his head, that's not necessarily true. Based on their memories, I found that they plan to give you to Longshidao, and you are very safe if you stay with me and be my little slave girl, and I will give you a certain amount of freedom. Give me a reason. You are no match for me, and if you stay with me, I will help you improve your strength. They are all my little slave girls, and they can practice peacefully here. When I am free in the outside world, or when it is safe, I will let them choose. The butterfly girl looked at the exquisite fairy mansion where time flows 30 times faster, feeling the magic in it. She can indeed learn a lot from it, which can improve her own strength. The butterfly girl can also see that Qin Changsheng should not kill him. But I guess I can do some things that only men and women can do. I am willing to practice quietly here and be your slave girl. When Butterfly Girl said this word, she still felt a little ashamed. Qin Changsheng was also quite interested, but now is not a good time to adjust the focus, so he should wait until it is safer. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 421. Chapter 421 Disguise and Sneak In. Qin Changsheng controls the entire Linglong immortal world, especially after comprehending the Great World technique. It is actually relatively easy to control this world. Therefore, if Butterfly Girl intends to do something that harms other people in this world, Qin Changsheng's worldly will use the power of the world to fight against Butterfly Girl and protect others. Qin Changsheng left Linglong Immortal Mansion and let them practice in peace. Butterfly Girl was unmoved and planned to slowly understand it before making any plans. Qin Changsheng disguised himself as an evil tribe and wandered around in this evil realm. Qin Changsheng planned to go to Longshidao. Longshidao holds clues to an ancient ruins. It would be great if he could get something good. As for problems, Qin Changsheng doesn't think there will be any problems now. Qin Changsheng, who has understood the great teleportation technique, is not invincible in speed, but is indeed comparable to the god of war. Qin Changsheng headed towards the monster clan's territory. As for disguise, it was easy. With the disillusionment demon wolf as his main body, he also had many demon clan bloodlines in the past. With the addition of the great transformation technique, imitating and disguising is a piece of cake. Qin Changsheng was advancing quickly in the territory of the evil tribe, and he also planned to see if there was any chance of encountering a saint or goddess from the evil tribe. And at the edge of this evil realm, a demon god appeared. Feeling the power and aura nearby, he became extremely angry. Longshidao, you dare to kidnap our demon clan goddess, you will be punished by death. The demon god also knows that something happened to these demon emperors near the demon realm. Someone intercepted the 5 disillusionment demon wolves, killed them, and took away the butterfly girl. What happened? Who is it? As a demon god, I can't find any information. There must be someone strong in the divine realm helping to cover up the aura, but there is no other possibility. This demon god is extremely angry. He has already made a guess. The guess is very simple, that is, the person who intercepted him halfway is Longshidao. There are also reasons. After all, the mastermind of this matter is Longshidao. Besides Longshidao, apart from Taoism, not many people knew that these 5 demon emperors had done this kind of thing. Secondly, they intercepted the butterfly girl halfway, took away the butterfly girl, and covered up the truth and whereabouts. Except for Longshidao, there was basically no one in the entire demon field. It can be done. As for why Longshidao did this, it is obvious that he deliberately pretended that the person was intercepted and was not in his hands. This is to wipe out the evidence and intend to deny it. Think about it, when the time comes, these 5 demon emperors will join alive. Arriving at the demon court of Longshidao, it was unclear whether the butterfly girl was in my hands. The demon god thought that something was right, it was Longshidao who did it. In fact, Qin Changsheng understood the idea of the great transformation illusion. To modify the remaining breath and power of the past, one must reach the realm of an authentic saint. The one who helped Qin Changsheng erase and cover up the traces was the human race's Wind Emperor. When he inspired Qin Changsheng, the Wind Emperor had already explored some of the reasons, so he took action to erase the traces and cover up Qin Changsheng's traces. Unless these demon gods are particularly powerful and understand those supreme avenues, it is possible to guess the traces of Qin Changsheng. For example, the Great Destiny technique and the Great Cause and Effect technique, the great deduction skills must reach a certain level before they can deduce the secrets of heaven. It was found that Qin Changsheng did this. However, those who can do this are already supremely powerful and unparalleled. But even so, with the existence of the Wind Emperor, it is still a bit difficult to directly deduce it to Qin Changsheng. Qin Changsheng can be said to be at ease at the moment, but the Jinpeng demon god is furious and directly sends a message back to the demon realm, preparing to gather many demon gods to directly attack Longshidao. Longshidao had previously established his own demon court, so that was fine, but now he actually tried to abduct the goddess several times. This was the future of the demon clan, and many demon gods were angry. It was not enough to send a message back to the demon realm. They had to report it to the real demon court, so they simply destroyed Longshidao and the false demon court of Longshidao. There was a response from the demon court, and there was also action from the demon realm. This matter could no longer be tolerated. Although I don't know why Longshidao did this, He has already touched the core interests of the demon clan, and Long Shideo cannot stay. The demon court immediately took action and sent out a 7th grade martial god. Not only the demon god, but also several demon realms whose goddesses were abducted by Long Shideo also worked together and directly sent the demon god, preparing to directly conquer Long Shideo. Long Shideo had been waiting in his demon court for a long time, and as a result, these demon emperors lost their movement. Not only that, Long Shideo also felt as if he was being targeted by other powerful gods. These idiots must have failed, right? Has it been discovered yet? Long Shideo was very angry. This kind of thing was actually discovered. If something goes wrong, wouldn't there be a big problem? He has angered several demons. If they are jointly targeted, Long Shideo will also find it difficult to free himself. Guaranteed. Long Shideo was muttering and quickly planning how to deal with it. Long Shideo had betrayed the demon clan, opened up a situation in this evil field, occupied a place, and absorbed many demon clans. This is also its nothing. However, establishing a demon court and kidnapping several sons and goddesses are serious matters. No, we have to contact the demons and the evil clan. Only the three parties can work together to solve the upcoming danger. In fact, these three parties have made an agreement, that is, to help each other. If there are other alien races coming here to cause trouble, the three parties will take action together to deal with the enemy. After thinking of this, Long Shideo immediately contacted the devil, the demon god of the tribe and the evil god of the evil tribe. However, in order for these two forces to take action, they must show a little sincerity and make them feel a little pressure. Otherwise, how can these two old monsters be so it's easy to take action? How about helping him? The demon god of the demon clan is a demon god who destroys the demon clan, named the soul-destroying demon god. The evil god of the evil clan is called the immortal evil god, which is very special. He can barely be said to be immortal, which is very strange. After all, they are evil tribes. Their abilities and many powers are extremely weird. However, they also have the power of understanding the Tao, but this is similar to the power of the immortal body, but it is not some kind of power of the Tao. Soul-killing demon god, immortal evil god, we may be in trouble. Long Shideo contacted the two forces, and Qin Changsheng finally gained something, and finally plundered a beautiful girl from the evil tribe. At the same time, Qin Changsheng also plundered a lot of cultivation resources along the way. This evil woman is very special and possesses special power, but her face and body shape are not bad in every aspect, but she is a little crazy. After being robbed by Qin Changsheng, he was completely out of control. He also asked for a fight with Qin Changsheng, but in the end he was tortured to death by Qin Changsheng, and then he was completely devoted to Qin Changsheng. This change surprised Qin Changsheng, but since he was an evil clan after all, it was normal that this kind of thing could not be speculated based on common sense. Moreover, this evil genius is really like a madman, very crazy. But fortunately, he listened to Qin Changsheng's words, and Qin Changsheng put her in the Linglong immortal realm, and then continued on his way to the demon clan's territory. Qin Changsheng had just arrived at the territory of the demon clan, but at this moment, he felt the aura and power of the demon god. Without concealing it, it seemed that he was planning to take action. Long Shideo, bow your head and plead guilty, hand over the son of God and the goddess, and spare your life. Otherwise, your soul will be destroyed. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 422. Chapter 422 Shocking Battle. When Qin Changsheng heard this voice, he was stunned. This was a demon god, a real demon god, and it seemed that his level was not low. Big move, big movement. After Qin Changsheng sighed, he suddenly discovered one thing, that is, he can profit from it. If Long Shideo went to war with these demon gods, then he would have the opportunity to go to Longshideo and plunder all the cultivation resources. In addition to cultivation resources, there are also demon girls from the demon clan. Thinking of this, Qin Changsheng took action immediately and rushed on his way. 3,000 small movements were extremely fast, and Qin Changsheng concealed himself very well. Even though he was already a 6th grade martial emperor, he was still not discovered by these demon gods. And Longshideo finally responded. After all, Longshideo is also a real demon god, and his body is not weak. Demon court. I, Longshideo, have nothing to do with your demon court. Are you planning to start a war with me? A demon god snorted coldly. Longshideo, you betrayed the demon court and just established your own business, but you actually dare to take the name of the demon court. The name of demon court cannot be insulted. A sacred elephant demon god also stood up and spoke. Longshideo, you have committed a heinous crime by kidnapping the sons and daughters of our demon realm gods. Hand over the son of God and the goddess, otherwise, I will let you go to the demon slaying platform. Holy elephant demon god, you are slandering. When did I kidnap the sons and goddesses of your demon realm? If you don't give me an explanation, I, Longshideo, will never end it with you. The soul-destroying demon god and the immortal evil god also came out to speak. After all, the three of them are now a community of interests. Longshideo also promised to give some benefits to the demon clan and the evil clan. Moreover, Longshideo also said that if he, Longshideo, was the demon court has been destroyed. If the demon clan is cruel, it is possible to completely turn this demon realm into a demon realm. This sentence makes the soul-destroying demon god and the immortal evil god have to worry that the demon court's power is too great. Stronger. Neither their demon clan nor this evil clan can compete with the demon clan's base camp, the demon court. The best way is naturally for the three parties to join forces to fight. The demon clan and the evil clan have their own differences behind them. The clan's base camp is on par with the demon clan and demon ting, and the demon ting will also be wary of it. Is demon court planning to break into my demonic realm and interfere with my demonic realm? I, the demon clan, are not easy to mess with either. Originally, we, the evil clan, should not have anything to do with your demon clan's affairs. However, this is our place after all. If you are doing this, you are not taking us seriously. The 7th grade demon god headed by you was sent by the demon court. Your name is your red gold demon god. Its body is a red flame golden beast. This is an internal matter within the demon clan. Our purpose is very simple, to destroy the so-called demon court, rescue the son and goddess of the gods, and capture Longshideo. If you plan to intervene, don't blame me for being ruthless. Only then did the soul-destroying demon god and the immortal evil god realize that Longshideo had actually done such a thing, abducting the son of God and the goddess. This must have made the demon god extremely angry. Moreover, looking at this posture, it was estimated that there was a lot. Sure enough, all good things must be restored cost. Longshideo continued to quibble. I, Longshideo, did not kidnap your son or goddess, so what does this matter have to do with me? After talking to each other in the air for a long time, the fight didn't start, but this was just right, giving Qin Changsheng time and chance. Qin Changsheng quickly went deep into the demon court, and took the opportunity to kill several demon emperors and a 4th grade demon emperor, in order to obtain memories about Longshideo's side of the demon court. After Qin Changsheng learned about these memories, he was overjoyed. Isn't this just right? The core of this small demon realm is the so-called demon court, and the geniuses of these demon clans are all here. Although the kidnapped demon clan's son and goddess are not yet known where they are, but if they are not on Longshideo's body, then they are in a place that he feels is hidden. Qin Changsheng was advancing rapidly, and the three parties were still confronting each other. Fortunately, the territory of this demon clan only occupies 1/6 of the demon territory, which is relatively small. Moreover, it is actually relatively close to the demon court. Qin Changshen's current speed is comparable to that of a strong person in the divine realm. It is naturally much faster. It is estimated that he will be able to reach the place in more than half an hour. Alas, it's a pity that the great universe technique and the great teleportation technique are not understood enough. Otherwise, in an instant, one can move directly from one end of the god's domain to the other, or even further distances. Qin Changshen is quite contented. As the saying goes, contentment is always happy. However, the demon court in front of him is a big experience package. Qin Changshen doesn't know how many there are in the demon court, but he thinks it should be quite a lot, 10 or so. There are still some. Qin Changshen was almost close to the demon court, and the scarlet gold demon god finally couldn't bear it any longer. Long Shidao kept refusing, and the demons and evil clans blocked him. As the general of the demon court, the scarlet gold demon god is a 7th level demon god with great strength. How could he be afraid of 3 5th grade martial god level monsters, demons, and evil spirits when he was so powerful? Stubborn. If this is the case, then destroy you all. The move of the 7th level demon god really shocked the entire demon realm. It was so powerful. This incomparable demon energy enveloped half of the divine realm. This divine realm is extremely vast, larger than the lower world. This power instantly it enveloped the entire divine realm, and this power suppressed all living beings and felt a huge oppression. Long Shi said, "Suffer death." Behind the red gold demon god is the phantom of a red gold beast. The Golden Way and the Fire Way, these two avenues have reached the realm of the 7th level authentic saint. The red fire, the avenue flames are burning the space, as if the space was distorted and melted, revealing the void behind it. And the white gold tore the sky and split the earth. The red gold demon god took action directly, and Long Shidao couldn't just sit still and wait for death. The true form of the blood-devouring mad dragon immediately appeared. A blood the red demon dragon is extremely strange. As for the understanding of the avenue, Long Shidao, the mad dragon demon god, is naturally not bad either. In terms of their bodies, the difference in strength between the two is not very big, so their realm and understanding of the avenue, it is the key to victory or defeat. Obviously, the red gold demon god is stronger and has a higher level. A deeper understanding of the Great Way. You, go and destroy the demon court and bring back the Son of God and the Goddess. Yes, I will follow the instructions of the red gold demon god. Several demon gods are going to the demon court to make trouble and look for them. This also makes Qin Changshen a little worried. Fortunately, Long Shidao, the soul-destroying demon god, and the undead evil god are already prepared. This demon and one evil god he immediately took action. These two figures were also in the 5th grade divine realm. If you insist on taking action, don't blame us. I have contacted the demons, and soon, a more powerful demon will come. And we evil tribe, what we evil tribe likes most is the excitement. Enjoy the lively carnival, ha 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 ha. The red gold demon god has no choice but to fight quickly. Finding the Son of God and the Goddess is the key. However, several evil gods from other demons and evil clans also appeared, and several demon gods accepted by Long Shidao also rushed to the sky. To deal with the demon court, Qin Changshen moved forward quickly, and also discovered the situation, and actually went to fight. The demon court must not be defended by the demon gods now, this is a God-given opportunity. Qin Changshen's feet were as if they were oiled, and he quickly arriving outside the demon court, a shocking battle has broken out, and the battle in the air is already fierce. The space is shattered, the earth trembles, and this random force falls. It is also the power of the divine realm, and it can easily destroy a large area. No one noticed that a demon emperor sneaked into the demon court and then disappeared without a trace. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 423. Chapter 423 Demon Clan Treasure House. Qin Changsheng took advantage of the battle in the sky and entered the demon court directly. You can't even fight in the sky. You must enter the eternal starry sky. Otherwise, fighting in the sky will have a great impact on the ground. The power of this god-level expert is very strong. Even if the remnants of his power fall to the ground, it will be a big pit and many demons will be killed. A group of demon gods, and evil gods entered the starry sky, and started fighting directly in the starry sky. The starry sky shook, attracting the attention of many strong men. This was a battle between strong men in the divine realm, and it was already extremely rare. Like this, there are more than 10 powerful people in the divine realm, and even less. The final decisive battle between the Fangtian divine realm and the demon realm was just like this. At that time, the martial god of the Fangtian divine realm and the support of the Yushan divine realm fought against the demon god of the demon realm. The scale at that time was almost the same. However, in this battle, a 7th grade martial god appeared. A martial god of this level would no longer appear in the god's domain. Generally speaking, the Lord of the Divine Realm is basically in the 5th level of the Divine Realm, and further up will return to the clans of each clan. For example, the human race will return to the Human Emperor Realm, and the demon race will return to the Demon Abyss. The strength of this 7th grade martial god has far surpassed that of the Burying Sword martial god rumored by the outside world. The Burial Sword martial god is powerful, but he is only a 3rd level martial god. The reason why he is strong is the way of the 7th level sword. It is very rare for a 3rd level martial god to understand the sword art of a 7th level authentic saint, so he only became famous in the outside world. Under normal circumstances, only those who have reached the 7th level martial god can understand the Taoist techniques of the 6th and 7th level authentic saints. In other words, these demon gods are not as good as the buried sword martial god in terms of understanding Taoism. However, although they are a bit lacking in Taoist understanding, they are all real martial gods. Each martial god can suppress one party and has a lifespan of more than 100,000 years. An attack exploded in the starry sky. The power of this attack shattered the space. This power seemed to be able to break the stars. This power spreads infinitely in the starry sky, affecting nearby areas. The eternal realm is still very large. The power of these martial gods can destroy the divine realm, but they cannot affect the entire eternal realm. The eternal realm, which spans billions of miles, feels limitless. In the starry sky, the power of each strike of these martial gods shattered the rubble suspended in the air. The strength of the 7th level demon god is too strong, and other demon gods will also stay away a little. Otherwise, they may be injured by the residual power of the 7th level demon god. In the starry sky, the residual power continued to be transmitted back to the eternal world, causing huge changes to be discovered in the air in this area of the eternal world. The huge power has spread to the eternal realm. The sky of the eternal realm is really constantly changing colors, and some of the power even falls into the major divine realms below. Qin Changsheng took the opportunity to get into the so-called demon court. He doesn't know much about the demon court now, but along the way, Qin Changsheng also defeated several demon emperors and learned more about the inside of the demon court. Qin Changsheng easily found the treasure house where resources were stored in the demon court. This was the resource treasure house established by the mad dragon demon god Longshidao, which contained many resources collected by Longshidao. Qin Changsheng still plans to collect all these resources first. Anyway, there are no demon gods here anymore. There is definitely no need to worry about a demon god killing him halfway and causing problems. Qin Changsheng came to the demon clan's treasure house easily. This was not just a treasure house, but more like a small independent space. It was not as big as Qin Changsheng's exquisite immortal realm, but it was about 1/10 the scope. it is impossible to enter the demon clan's treasure house. In addition to the formation, it is also very sensitive to aura. Qin Changshen's intrusion is obviously not allowed. Great illusion. Qin Changshen easily transformed into the appearance of Long Shidao. Not only his appearance, but even his breath and bloodline were all imitated. The similarity was extremely high. Great array of Taoism. Then the next step was to use the Dao technique of the Grand Formation. The monster clan's treasure house finally opened its door to Qin Changshen. Qin Changshen imitated Long Shidao and passed through the treasure house door without anyone noticing anything unusual. Qin Changshen entered the treasure house easily. Among them, a smile appeared. That's right, the great transformation technique is a good thing. If you can reach the realm of an authentic saint, the transformation will be even more seamless. If he were in the realm of the heavenly saint, Qin Changshen could completely transform into the second Long Shidao, and even the cause and effect fate would be exactly the same. At this stage, in terms of this detection, the humane saint is enough for Qin Changshen to enter the treasure house and plunder it. It is indeed the treasure house of the demon god. There are quite a lot of good things. Qin Changshen had no intention of letting go and just moved them all to Linglong Immortal Realm. Qin Changshen estimated that there were too many good things and he couldn't move them all by himself in a short time. Moreover, after entering the treasure house, there was no other restricted, the warning effect of the formation will not be triggered. Qin Changshen immediately opened the passage to the Linglong Immortal Realm, and then found helpers. This time, there was no way to instruct others to help move things, so he could only do it himself. Xian'er, you choose 20 people to come over and help move things. After Liang Xian'er heard Qin Changshen's words, she also knew that some of them were busy, and immediately selected 30 human saints, especially those with higher realms. It would definitely be faster to move things. However, in order to maintain the normality of Linglong Immortal World, Wang Ruoqiu chose to stay in Linglong Immortal Mansion, while others appeared in the treasure house. Master, where is this? Wow, so many divine crystals, so many good things. Pills, all kinds of heavenly and earthly treasures, and weapons and all kinds of materials are all good things. The saints were filled with emotion. This huge space is filled with resources. Even Zhou Chanying felt it was a bit exaggerated. The resources here are not millions, but tens of millions of merit points. It is estimated that it's possible that it's worth hundreds of millions, or even billions. Qin Changshen immediately ordered, "This is the treasure house of the demon gods. The demon gods are not here now. Let's seize the time and move all the things inside." Okay. We'll start taking action now. A group of saints began to take action in the demon god's treasure house, and Qin Changshen couldn't be idle. There are other good things in the demon god's treasure house. Qin Changshen has already seen all this with his own divine eyes. There are actually good things deep in the treasure house, so I must hurry up and get them. Qin Changshen went directly into the depths of the treasure house, while the saints were carrying elixirs and various resources. Based on the principle of leaving nothing behind, these saints were also very excited. With so many cultivation resources, it will be for them to use at that time, and it is always exciting to do this kind of thing. Of the resources collected by Long Shidao, very few of the top resources are carried with him. This is the most precious and most precious resource of the entire demon clan. A rich area. Qin Changshen could no longer imagine that this area gathered about 1/6 of the resources of a divine domain. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 424. Chapter 424 Empty the Treasure House. Qin Changshen finally found something good in the depths of the demon clan's treasure house. They were some very rare genius treasures. Such things were indeed extremely rare and even had a certain effect on the demon gods. These are what Long Shidao uses to reward the demon emperors who follow him, as well as the lower-level first-level demon gods. There are a total of 5 demon gods under Longshideo, 1 of the 3rd grade, 2 of the 2nd grade, and 2 of the 1st grade demon gods. This can be said to be the so-called public treasure house of the demon court. Naturally, some good things must be placed to attract the 9th level demon emperor and 1st level demon god. Qin Changsheng put everything away and teleported directly to the Linglong Immortal Realm. The Linglong Immortal Realm originally belonged to Qin Changsheng. Qin Changsheng also understood the Great Universe technique, so he could easily throw the items here directly into the Linglong Immortal Realm. Everything in the Linglong Immortal World is under the control of Qin Changsheng. All of these have entered a specific open space in the Linglong Immortal Mansion. The saints in the Linglong Immortal Mansion also began to count the resources, organize and summarize them. Statistics. The other saints are not slow at moving resources, and with 30 people, they can definitely handle it easily. Qin Changsheng was also thinking about whether to leave first to find the son of God and the goddess, and then plunder them into his own exquisite fairyland. After thinking about it, Qin Changsheng still felt that it would be prudent to take his time. There was no need to be in such a hurry. The battle in the starry sky would probably not be over in a short time. Qin Changsheng knew that there were other good things in this demon court. In addition to the demon god's treasure house, there was also the Temple of Enlightenment. There are good things in the Temple of Enlightenment, which are good things similar to the Sky-Fire Stone Tablet. The Sky-Fire Stone Tablet is a natural treasure born in the flame veins. It contains the way of fire, and it is a way of fire that is comparable to the realm of a 3rd-level authentic saint. But this enlightenment hall can also be regarded as a special kind of stone tablet. It can even be said to be a sacred tablet. What is contained in the divine monument is the understanding of the Tao by a powerful person in the divine realm, and it is extremely powerful. At least it is also the understanding of the realm of an authentic saint. The material of the sacred monument is a kind of Yun-Dao sacred stone. It is a material that is only found in the endless starry sky. It may also be found in the eternal world, but it is very rare. The characteristics that can contain the power of the Tao are very magical. Therefore, a strong person in the divine realm can inject his own understanding of the Tao into the Yun-Dao divine stone to help others understand the laws of the Tao. In Yaoding's Enlightenment Temple, there are 33 sacred monuments refined from Taoist sacred stones. Each of these sacred monuments corresponds to a kind of Taoist law, at least the power of Taoism at the level of an authentic saint. In Qin Changsheng's memory, a 4th-level demon emperor knew that there was a temple of enlightenment and that there were 33 sacred monuments, but he had no chance to enter. The only ones who can enter it, apart from the geniuses of the demon court, are the 8th and 9th grade demon emperors. As for the demon gods, they can also enter, but basically not. After all, the understanding contained in this is at the highest level of a 3rd or 4th grade authentic saint. However, if you want to understand one more Dao law, you can still go in and understand other Dao laws. Qin Changsheng also has an additional goal, but for now, he should focus on helping move resources. 30 saints, including Qin Changsheng, began to get busy. These countless resources seemed to fly into the Linglong Immortal World, and piles of cultivation resources soon appeared in the Linglong Immortal World. Fortunately, many saints came to help organize these resources into the storage locations. Alchemy materials are grouped into one category, weapon refining materials are grouped into one category, elixirs are grouped into one category, and various heavenly materials and earthly treasures are all divided. As for the divine crystals, there are not mountains of divine crystals here, because there are several storage spaces, all of which are full of divine crystals. Liang Xianer also discovered that the largest storage space stores hundreds of billions of divine crystals. That was hundreds of billions of divine crystals. Qin Changsheng had only exchanged a few 100 million in exchange. Compared with these hundreds of billions, the gap was simply too big. Moreover, this is just one storage space. In addition to this one, there are dozens of storage spaces. Qin Changshen was too lazy to calculate for a short period of time. The result would definitely be piled up into mountains, one after another. This divine crystal is considered to be surplus. After all, most of the demon gods, demon emperors, and demon geniuses have their own bodies. There will be storage space and a lot of cultivation resources. Qin Changshen and the 30 saints moved for a long time. All they could say was that there were too many good things in the treasure house and there was nothing they could do. This is no different from the Holy Land in the lower realm. This is the eternal realm, a resource that is 1/6 the size of a divine domain. In this demon court, in addition to the cultivation resources in the hands of the demon clan, most of the cultivation resources will be gathered in the hands of the demon court. And most of the resources in demon court are here, in this treasure house. Finally, after spending a lot of time, the treasure house was completely empty. It was completely empty, and there was nothing left. This emptying of resources made Shang Guanshishi find a feeling she had not seen for a long time. It's been a while since I plundered resources, it was really fun. Qin Changshen patted Shang Guanshishi gently and said, "Shall we go back to Linglong Immortal Realm first? It is still relatively dangerous now that we are still in the demon court. Moreover, I have to look for other good things next, which may be dangerous. After you return to the fairy world, put your things in order first." Shang Guanshishi also knows that this is the eternal realm, this is the demon court, and there is a demon god. The demon god's strength is self-evident, and neither she nor Qin Changshen can fight against it now. She must be careful. "Young master, be careful, we are going back to the Linglong Immortal Realm to practice. Don't worry, if you have time to speed up, we will definitely catch up with you as soon as possible." Shang Guanshishi, Liang Xiener and others quickly returned to the Linglong Immortal Realm. Qin Changshen closed the entrance to the Linglong Immortal Realm. Everything returned to normal, and he once again transformed into a dragon and Shideo. Qin Changshen came out of the demon god's treasure house not long ago, but met a genius from the demon clan. When this genius from the demon clan saw Qin Changshen, he was stunned for a moment. Shouldn't the mad dragon demon Shenlong Shideo be fighting? How come he appears here? What is going on? Why can't I figure it out? What should I do? Before the genius of the demon clan could react, Qin Changshen had already taken action. In the Great Universe technique, the genius of the demon clan had no power to resist at all. He was controlled to death and had no choice. Resistance. The Great Five Elements technique. With this palm, the extremely heavy power directly suppressed the opponent. The power of the Five Elements avenue is unparalleled. Although he is a genius, he is only about the strength of the 8th grade martial emperor. As for the proud physical body, in front of Qin Changshen, it is nothing at all. A demon clan genius fell directly, and Qin Changshen directly put his body into the Linglong Immortal Realm. The demon emperor's body is a cultivation resource. Essence and blood can provide blood power for the divine blood pool. This beast meat also contains power, and also has incomparable mysterious power, which can improve the innate physique and enhance the realm. Qin Changshen solved such a genius, absorbed the memory, and immediately transformed into his appearance, heading towards the Temple of Enlightenment went.